you've done all of these marble ones, right?
Cleans everything. And the thing that's beautiful about it, hidden with these stones right down here at the end is a military stone. The other side of them, my daughter Stacy's father's interred there. That's how I found out about all this. Henry Volk used to have Henry's in Georgetown. His daughter Judy found this stuff.
Okay.
And cleaned their stone because it was just green. And she told me about it. I had just finished Stacy's father's stone with some stuff Norma had found for me on the internet, but I still wasn't satisfied with it, so I put that on there. And my Lord, did it clean it? It's 2 years ago that I cleaned it.
It's still the same.
It looks like it's been just cleaned.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That's great.
And then as soon as I get everything all done, I'm going to go around, wet them down real good. That's the secret. You got to wet them down. Then you put the spray on, and then you let it set up, and then you start. The fun begins starting to scrub it.
So when you wet it down, you're wetting it down with water,
Pure water.
just regular water.
Do you have any spigots down
Yeah,
there?
we do.
Well, you can save yourself a lot of headache, because at the time I didn't. Without stretching hoses all over the place. So I did it with hand spraying. But the fact that you have a hose and you can go anywhere with all your stones, reach them, you'll save yourself a lot of
You
headache.
may have to get some.
You'll wet them down better.
Or the big plastic.
All right, so you say you soak them down real well with water, then you spray, which you're going to show the D2 solution, and you let that set for...
There's instructions on it and follow them to the letter.
Okay.
But the biggest important thing is to get the stones good and wet. The reason being, when you spray this stuff on, it has then the means of penetrating. So when you scrub it, you can get the bulk of it out of there, and that's why it's not. A lot of times, other things that they used, the dirt was still in there, and it would just pop out more. And about a couple of months or a year, you'd never know it was clean.
Okay. So then you let that set real well, and then
It's
you
about 20 minutes or so.
and then you start working a brush. You've got do you use a soft bristle brush, or you
I'll
have
show
show
you.
us? Okay.
But
That's why you can't do it in the wintertime, though.
you
Because
don't want to do it in the winter. You don't want to do it when it's real hot, because the water's going to evaporate just like that.
So spring and
So-
early fall, it sounds like it would be your...
And this year, everything got messed up with the temperature.
yeah.
It messed up between that and the COVID we had. That COVID, I think, has done more to our environment than we realize.
Yep.
I really do. Because birds, I used to have a flock of birds on my front lawn. And I had a bird feeder that was just this. Because you see all these things, big stones and everything, and we've got them on the other side. To do it how I've done these over here, I'll never get them done.
Especially if you're working by yourself.
And I just leave to it by myself, because then I get it done the way I want it.
There's always an advantage to that, yes.
That's being greedy and selfish.
And when you want it. You do it when you want to.
I on these here, I would do 2 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Go home, take a nap, because it's strenuous the way I did it. Now, this here, I have one of our new members. He came out and wanted to be with me because he wanted to do his family stones. So he brought this because he has a trouble getting up and down and everything. And he did a stone back there and worked pretty good. So that's why I've got this for the larger. I will have to do hand attention to it, but this can get the worst of it off
Get you
saved me
started.
a lot of heartache, yeah. And then you want to get rubber gloves. Go to the drugstore and whatever size you need for your hands.
Because you don't want to get any of that stuff on your skin.
You're better off not to take any
Right.
chances.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And you see here that what I have this water, I would take and fill this water tank up and use that to spray the stone I was working on.
Mm-hmm.
And get it all soaking wet, and then of course it was there for me to rinse. One other thing when you're doing it, you do the tops and sides first.
Okay.
Get them all real good first. This will save you when you get your sides going of having that stuff coming back over what you've worked on.
That makes sense.
So keep that, I almost forgot that. You can buy, go on Amazon, they'll sell you this size first and some brushes and stuff. I don't particularly care for some of their brushes,
Yeah.
but there it is. Just a good old household.
Oh, it's just
See what
like a
it's- see
nylon brush.
See what the stones are doing to it?
Yeah, it's wearing it down, wearing down the bristles.
And then this is my brush I use to get into the lettering, the recessed
Oh,
lettering.
this is a steel brush.
Yep.
It's not steel,
Yeah.
it's just hard.
Oh, hard plastic bristles?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it really wore
You
it
don't
down.
want to use anything steel.
Right, that's what I was saying. That's
No,
what I was
This is
concerned
just
about.
hard bristle. Little house scrub brush is all that is.
Yeah, you need a new one there, Andy. You
Yeah, I
worn
know.
that down.
I still got life left in it. I hate to part with it. But what I've had to do is load these milk bottles up. I have gallons at home that I fill up. I got a whole side of my garage loaded with them. And then you can get them this way.
Yeah, by the gallon.
Now, if you're going to do it in quantity, your stones,
Yeah.
it's just not a few, you're going to do the whole cemetery. Buy this about 5 gallons. They have, some places have just a big drum and no pump in it or anything. You don't want that, it'll drive you crazy trying to pour into smaller containers. 'Cause
So that's concentrated and you have to dilute it?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it's just
Well,
bigger.
it's just a
bigger
bigger
size.
supply
Okay.
of it.
So you use that straight out of the bottle, no
I
matter
take-
what size.
I
You don't.
take this, put it into my little spray thing. That way.
Yep.
I always use the little, you want to get at least one time or two, the smaller bottle.
For what, like
Spraying.
spraying the,
Spraying.
like
So it's easy
spraying
to
into
carry
your
around.
letters and stuff.
Just
Yeah.
easier to
Use
carry
this
around.
To spray your whole stone.
So you're spraying it, not pouring it.
You spray it on with this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But what I'm saying is,
If you use the
you
bigger
gotta
one.
pour from that bottle
Mhm.
into this. That's what I always
Use
do.
it
with
Oh,
these.
I got you. You reuse that sprayer. So you're always using the hand
'Cause
sprayer.
you don't want to buy these all the time.
No,
gotta
you
brush.
just reuse it.
Yeah.
Just buy it one time.
Right, I got you.
And that's how I did it. I got them in gallon containers, 5 of them. Now I've looked up because I'm going to be getting more for the other side of the cemetery. They now have the large 5-gallon container that's got a pump on it,
Okay.
where you can pump the stuff out to these.
Okay. Have you ever thought about putting it in something like this? that
No, I don't want to ruin it. I'll do it this way.
Okay.
And,
It might corrode the pump mechanism and the
Maybe
sealants
plastic
on it.
pumps,
Oh, right, got you.
temperamental as fire.
Okay,
Yep.
got you.
Of stuff you put in them.
You're
Yep.
just using that for water.
That's all.
Okay, then so you wet it down, then you spray your D2 on. You let the D2 set on about 20 minutes. Then you start cleaning. Worked it with the brush. Then what do you do?
rinse it,
And then
go to the next one.
go to the next stone, then let that dry, then see if you've got to repeat anything. Or
Right.
so with these,
And you will,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that.
but not too.
So like,
I'll show you a picture.
deep-seated staining,
Mm-hmm.
whereas this seems like the top part of the marble
What
was
caused
still
some of
intact.
that was
The legions.
for
That was.
many years the Boy Scouts as a big old merit badge cleaned the stones in here and did quite a bit of.
Did some damage because they didn't do it properly.
They used Clorox and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
So that could have eaten,
That is what it's probably caused.
caused that eating. That's-
That one is 1884. What's the one on the right? It's
20 something, yeah,
Yeah,
28.
20 something.
I can't make out the death.
Done.
They are devils to clean.
That's rough.
What do you
that's
mean, the rough
paper.
edges?
Like this
The
stuff
rough
here.
stuff.
They're horrible. So that this is something
It's a lot more porous too.
Mm-hmm.
that they are. You could rub on them and rub on them and rub on them, but the fact that the depth and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
the erratic surface,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, like I think the whole idea is at the end of the day, it's not going to be. They're not shooting for perfection.
No, you're not shooting for new. You're preserving what's there.
Preserving what's there, and you're making it so it's definitely more appealing, so you
well,
can
it
read
draws
it.
attention because I've had a number of common past here people walking in, especially this section, looking and up in here especially, looking at the stones.
Right. Right, because then they can read it easily, and they don't have to.
I know down at St. Peter's, the stones they have down there are in fantastic shape. But they can maintain it.
Yeah,
Because you have people walking through there and looking.
Right, all the time.
But one thing I was going to